Good morning, fourth graders. Today we are on page 97 of your student journal, page 97, and we are moving on. We've done 3 days of length measurement, and we are now moving on to weight measurement. Okay, so our goal or our objective today is today I will learn about weight measurements. Okay, now just like we did with length, we're going to learn both the US system and the metric system. And again, remember, it's because we use the US system, but the rest of the world uses the metric system. Okay, so in the United States, our main measurements for weight are pound and ounces. What I want you to pay close attention to is the abbreviations. Look at how pound is spelled, but it's abbreviated with an L and a B. A lot of times that confuses people. So pay close attention to the abbreviation. Ounce is abbreviated with an O and a Z. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. Now, we're not going to have a picture for this like we did with our yard and feet and inches. This is pretty easy. We're just going to have to memorize this. 1 pound is the same as 16 ounces. Okay, for the metric system, we're going to be able to use our same system. This is what's so great about the metric system is you don't have to memorize new numbers each time. Every time we're going to use King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. The only difference is with length, our base measurement was meters. Now with weight, our base measurement is grams. So grams is going to be it. So our base measurements that we need to learn this year are meters, liters, and grams. Right now we're working with grams. Something else that they let you know about is mass. Now this is probably something more that you talk about in science. Mass, it says the amount of matter in an object commonly measured as weight. Okay, so mass and weight are very similar. The only difference is weight is determined on gravity. So when I step on a scale, it's the gravity that pulls me to the ground that helps determine my weight. If I go to space, there's not going to be gravity that's going to pull me down, so my weight will be different. But mass is just how much is in the object. So whether I'm standing on Earth, I have so much in my body, and if I go to space, I still have the same. So mass doesn't change in space where weight does because of gravity. Okay, our steps are something that we've been practicing with length. Our first step is we're going to identify the units we're working with. Are we using US measurements of pounds and ounces, or are we using metric system of grams? Those are going to be our first decision. Then we're going to create a conversion chart. Remember, we use those for US, or our tool for metric is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. That's our tool for metric. So those are our two tools. And then we can refer to our chart if needed, because this is our first day. We're just kind of learning these. Okay, I'm going to put my green pen down and grab my red if you want to put your pencil down and kind of see what this is going to look like. Okay, here is my first problem. My first problem says, if a watermelon weighs 5 pounds, how much will the watermelon weigh in ounces? Okay, so what words do I see? I see pounds and ounces. Now, if I need to, I can grab my note page and look. Pounds and ounces is my US system. Okay, so I know I'm doing the US system. So I know my tool is going to be a conversion chart. And I know my two measurements I'm using are pounds and ounces. Okay, I could use my tool notes to help me. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So how much is 2 pounds? Well, it would be 16 plus 16. If you can't do that in your head, you could do it on side work. How much is 3 pounds? Ooh, I have to add another 16. I might not be able to do that in my head, so I could add it. That would be 48. How much is 4 pounds? Ooh, I have to add another 16, so I could do some side work. And I'm getting 64. How much is 5 pounds? Oh, I could do some more side work and say if I add another 16, what do I get? And I get 80. So 5 pounds is equal to 80 ounces. And that is my answer. Okay, let's try another one. My next problem looks like this. And it says, if a rock has a mass, and remember mass, we're going to say for our purposes is the weight. If a rock has a mass of 3,000 grams, how would the mass be reported in kilograms? Okay, so step 1 tells me that I need to decide, am I doing US or metric? Those are metric measurements. Step 2 is, what tool am I doing? So my tool is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And my base measurement for weight is grams. Okay, so what am I doing here? They want me to know 3,000 grams is equal to how many kilograms? So they want me to go from grams to kilograms. So they want me to go 1, 2, 3 to the left. Okay, so let's write our number. And remember, if it doesn't have a decimal, let's add it to the end. Let's go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So I'm getting 3.000, which is the same as 3. So my answer is 3 kilograms. Okay, I'm going to grab my green marker, so if you want to pick up your pencil with me and let's try some together. We are on page 98. Okay, and our first problem says if the mass, okay, mass is